Okay, and we're back with Science Gate. So yesterday was quite was 2 hours stream. Okay, if I'm not mistaken, well, at least close to it. Okay, a lot of things happened. So first of all, is that we found out that somehow the lab is connected to CERN. Like normally, okay, when you want to like connect to the internet to reach a website, okay, it will first your line will have to go through your ISP, and then later will go on to servers, and then we'll jump to like different other path, okay, and somewhere it will reach, okay. So like it's quite if it's like even domestically, it's like it doesn't take a direct line, not like three or four. There's still like cloud servers and stuff, okay. But funny thing is that for the lab, there's a direct line, so like there's no other like switching to others one, okay. So we were shocked by that, okay. And later we also found out that Kurisu gave an idea that to turn, well, Okarin is the one that says that we can turn human, into data, and that's where Makise, came out with the idea of turning, memories into data, okay, and sending back in time. So with that, okay, comes a lot of philosophical, question from Mayushi. Okay, she thought that she about what happened to the self, the current self, and the past self. Okay, so like a lot of philosophical questions you done yesterday. Okay, so you can check it out. I also added in some, okay, in between. Okay, and now basically Mayushi feels that she's inferior. Okay, because like before it was just like uh just a bunch of guys goofing around. Now it feels like a real a lab scientific stuff doing going on, and she can't even catch up, and she feels you know inferior to Chris. Okay, not only that, it's like she feels like she's going to be left behind. So that's what I'm so after going through all of that, okay, she decided to stay overnight, okay, with the lab members. So this at first was against it, um but now she actually somehow relent to that. Okay, now let's continue on. Okay, after working on the phone wave inside the change for about an hour, I head to the convenience store to buy dinner. The other hasn't shown his face at all today. He must be busy with that part-time job. Wait, he have a part-time job? I still don't know what he is doing exactly. Wait, you don't know what he's doing? Seriously? Oh my god. How could, like, how? You should at least know a little bit about him. Probably something that utilizes his super hacker skills. I just hope he steers clear of the law. Um, are you the one to say that? Remember, like, you asked him to hack into a government organization. Well, government funded organization. Multi, national, funded, uh, laboratory. Okay. While walking, I skimmed app channel on my phone. Titor hasn't shown up lately. I think it's been a week since his last appearance. I've I've been reluctant to contact him ever since he called me the Messiah in his last email. Just about the same time he stopped posting. Now, our journalists are busy slandering Titor. The majority opinion is that he ran away. I wonder where Titor went. I tried emailing him the other day, but he hasn't replied. His disappearance is especially worrying now that I think he might be Suzuka's dad. I need to contact him somehow. Wait, is it me or is the volume quite low? Okay, it's just me, I think. Oopsie. You know too much. What is this? Attachment. It's as if a cold hand stroked my spine. Good thing. I hung myself shuddering at the sight. I delete the email immediately. It's happening again. This is bad. Really bad. This is a threat. Was it sent by our organization? By CERN? Does CERN know that know what you've been doing. But there is a direct line, okay? So without a doubt that they can, trace you. I'm afraid of this. Try reporting to the police. Okay? I can't. I just deleted it. And in any case, a picture alone probably isn't enough to get the police involved. Still, maybe I should talk to someone, but who? Not the girls. I can't worry them with this. I'm the adult here after all. What about Moeka? No, she may be a lab member, but she's been acting weird lately. Even if I tell her about this, she won't be any use. Susa has a father to worry about. I guess that leaves Daru. I need to find out whether CERN has discovered our hacking. What would CERN do if they did find out? I wonder. You wanted to use the LHC, controlling it remotely, and you were wondering about this? They wouldn't have us killed, would they? Despite my efforts to convince myself that this is just a prank, my feet hurry me back to the lab. I burst into the lab gasping for air and quickly locked the door behind me. Finally, I can catch my breath. Did you buy your dinner? But just then I realized something wrong. Mayuri and Kurisu aren't here. Did they go home? No, their bags are still here. Wait a minute. Let me guess. They're taking a shower. And then he's gonna barge into it. Let me guess. Okay, let's check it out. The door. When I entered just now, it was unlocked. Would they be so careless? The memory of that threatening email fills me with fear. Don't tell me, were they kidnapped? Oh god, he's gonna enter the shower room. Who took them? The organization? CERN? And then I hear noise. Is that the shower? Please tell me that he's not stupid enough to go there. Please tell me he's not stupid enough. There's no valve, we can't afford such luxury, and it's too small to fit more than one person inside. Now I hear the sound of water running. I recall the famous scene from Hitchcock's Psycho. No. Fresh blood mixing into the water and flowing down the drain. The corpses of two girls sprawled out naked on the tile. The second those images flashed through my head, I stand up. God dang, man. Are you that stupid?
Oi! 大丈夫か?
Oh my god.
あんた何入ってきてんのよ。いやおかわり、覗きは良くないよ。
Through the steam, I see the wet, naked bodies of the two girls. Mayuri squats down while Kurisu beautifully twists her body, trying desperately to hide her unmentionables. Are their faces red because of the heat, or because of you, you idiot?
びっくりした。殺されたわけではなかったのだな。
Oh my god! I wonder if anybody tried to do this, in real life. I'm glad you're not killed. I hope the cold sweat on my brow and sigh deeply. In front of them?
ヒヤヒヤさせないでくれ。というか、よくその狭いシャワールームを二人で一緒に使う気になったな。
Kurisu shoots me a deadly glare.
いいから出てけ、変態か。
うおお
I dodge a bar of soap aim at my face, then quickly flee to the dressing room. Well, I suppose that was all my fault.
そういうことされるとね、まゆちんは悲しいし、恥ずかしいです。
She did mention embarrassed.
あんた、覚えときなさいよ。許さない。絶対に許さないからな。
Damn it, it was just a small misunderstanding. Small misunderstanding? What? I mean, why the hell did they decide to take a shower together when they knew I was coming right back? It's like they wanted to be seen. That's a door! That's the door! Kurisu especially, after all that talk about not wanting to spend the night with me around, she sure dropped her guard awfully fast. Because she thinks that you're going to be at least 5 minutes. At least! Yeah, maybe it's been 5 minutes. Who knows? They're just lucky it was me who walked in on them. What if it had been the organization? Yeah, if you want to explain it to them, I got the thread in the email. Okay, please show me. I deleted it. You think they're gonna accept that? They need to get serious. We are fighting for our lives here. By the way, I didn't see any Mongolian spot on Kurisu's butt, naturally. She's facing you! She's facing her behind you! Well, we can at least know that, Mayushi doesn't have one. Anyway, how much longer are they going to shower? Look at the clock, it's already been more than 15 minutes since I got back. They were yelling at me a few minutes ago, but now I hear laughter and happy squeals coming from the shower room. Sounds like they're having a good time. They got along almost like sisters. Wow, Kurishi-chan, you're so slim. But Mayuri, your breasts are so big, I'm jealous. They're checking each other out, aren't they? You're gonna get... In my head, I call up the memory of what I saw in the shower. Wet hair, beads of water glistening on their soapy skin, round, full treasure hidden by conveniently placed steam. Oh god, he's gonna start talking again.
俺だ。少しまずい状況になりつつある。この最強マッドサイエンティストである法王院京馬が猛虎犯少女と能天気少女の姉妹から精神攻撃を受けている。
Let me guess. Kurisu hears that and she's gonna shout.
ああ、これは今まで味わった中でも最大級の攻撃力だ。無防備こそ最強の攻撃だと思い知らされたよ。奴らめ、いよいよ本気を出してきたと見える。実にけしからん。
Oh, she's gonna start yelling anytime soon.
少女たちを倒せだと。そんなことができるものか。なぜなら、奴らに操られているあの少女たちは、俺の仲間であり、幼馴染なのだから。どうしてもか。どうしても。俺は彼女たちを。
Please, Kurisu, please slap him. Please slap him for at least once.
だとしたら、俺は今回ばかりは、シュタインズゲートの選択を恨むぞ。臭い。
After a moment to collect myself, I put away the phone. I need some air. 2 days have passed since Kurisu and Mayuri came to stay. During that time, Daru and I have done our best to support Kurisu work on the phone wave named subject to change. According to Daru, it should be easy to use the LHC to generate black holes for our use. The black holes form at the proton collision point where the lifter is installed can exist for only a few seconds before evaporating. During those few seconds, SERN throws a human into the singularity. We use those few seconds too. The gravity of the black hole compresses matter into infinite density. SERN uses a lifter to keep the compression under control, but we don't want that. We are going to dial SERN's lifter down, not so much that it endangers the world, of course, but enough to compress our memory data to under 36 bytes. Daru has been coding the necessary program. As for me, I've been searching for our lifter, the unknown device that pumps electrons into the phone wave, named subject to change, and keeps our black hole open. Kurisu couldn't find anything that could serve as a lifter inside the microwave, so it must be something on the outside. We're not sure what it could be, and so far have no idea where to start looking. Yesterday I consulted Daru about the threatening email, but Daru insisted that there's no way SERN could have discovered his hacking yet. Are you sure? Of course, I had him make doubly sure that we hadn't been tracked. His test came back clean. I understand he's confident in his skills and I trust him. If Daru says they haven't found out, then they haven't. But somehow knowing that does not ease my anxiety. It's right. Wait, I got mail? Lukako. Have you gone to any festivals or fireworks show this summer? Maybe you have plans to go with Mayuri-chan later? Yes, I did 22 practice swings with Samidare. Wait, didn't he give Samidare to Lukako when he's a guy to train him? Well, now he's a she. Why would she still have Samidare? No, too crowded. I'll be chased by the organization, remember? The last thing I need is a knife in the back. I don't know Mayuri her plans, but I'm pretty sure she's busy at different sort of festival soon to take Ariake. Then the Komima. Keiku's just about done with Time Leap Machine. Naturally, that means it's time for her to give me something else to worry about.
最終調整のために電話レンジを稼働させる。
How? I groan. In other words, we have to cause the electrical discharge phenomenon. There's a risk involved. A risk called Mr. Brown. As we know, the discharge phenomenon causes the entire building to shake. Last time, Mr. Brown threatened to raise our rent if it happened again. Kurisu and Daru look at me.
Okarin, あとは任せた。
フォローお願い。
つまり敵地に乗り込み死ねというのだな。
Kinda.
あんたの犠牲があって初めてタイムリープ用電話レンジは完成するのよ。
Wait, but who are they going to send it? You know, whose memory?
それにこれまでも店長のご機嫌取りに行ってたのはオカリンだったじゃん。
な
らばなおさらたまにはお前たちが。
私は無理。あの店長さん以前にバイトから目の敵にされてる。
Yep.
いいだろう。だが忘れるな。俺は絶対に死なん。不死鳥のごとく何度でも蘇るぞ。
With that said, I head down to handle things with Mr. Brown.
オカリン、死んじゃやだよ。
And as I pass through the lounge, Mayuri looks up from her costume to see me off. God, the whole gang is here. When I step into the store, Mr. Brown, Suzuka, and the Chipmunk are watching some comedy show on the massive 42-inch CRT. Watching TV at noon without a customer in sight looks like business as usual at the Brown Tube workshop.
Boss, Okabe Rintaro.
Where'd they get the money? You know, the income. I raise my hand in response to Suzuka's greeting. The Chipmunk, Nae, quickly hides behind her father when she sees me.
この店は相変わらず繁盛していないようですね。
繁盛していないようですね。What he said was, it looks like you're not as busy as ever. There's a knot there.
お、岡部か。ブラウン管買ってけ。
いりません。俺は解雇中ではないのでね。買うなら液晶テレビを買いますよ。
Oh, he's... you're gonna piss him off, right? You're not here to piss him off. You're just trying to be nice with him, okay? I look around the store as I answer. Huh, I just thought of something. Like CERN's LHC, the phone wave name started to change, must have some kind of electron feed to keep the black hole open. CERN called this feed the lifter. We still haven't figured out what that is, nor what could be acting as a substitute lifter in our time machine. What if our lifter is somewhere in this shop? Whatever it is must be in close proximity to the phone wave name started to change. It couldn't work otherwise, and the Brown Tube workshop is currently located directly below the lab. Give me a second. Fairies. I was forcing myself to be cheerful for that last phone call, nya. I actually feel like I could die, nya. Could our lifter be a CRT?
てめえ、最近女ばっか連れ込んでるらしいじゃねえか。
ばっかと言っても、いつもメンツは変わりませんよ。
Yeah, we do have Daru, you know.
私もこの前お邪魔してきたよ。
たまには俺も呼べ。若い娘と話してみて。
Dude, you're saying it right in front of your daughter, man.
お父さん、ケツ。
Thank you.
違うぞナエ。これは社会勉強であり、それと顧客獲得のための営業活動なんだよ。
The marketing part is different, okay? Because it says shakai benkyo, okay? Like basically like studying the society, more like studying the friends. Check out this scary looking guy trying desperately to explain himself to his daughter. Hilarious.
そもそもさ、店長の言い草じゃまるで私が若くないみたいじゃん。
若くはないな。
Suza's the same age as Daru and I, which makes her older than Mayuri or Kurisu.
なーにー？岡部倫太郎、なんつった？
事実だろ。
ナエ、お父さんはお前さえいれば幸せなんだからな。ね。
うん、分かってるよ。でも不潔っぽいことはもう言わないでね。
もちろん約束するさ。
What happened to them? We haven't met his wife yet, Then he joins Pinkies with his daughter. Okay? Damn, Mr. Brown, you're way off character. How does a guy like him produce a daughter like that? Now he's one of the kindest, gentlest girl I have ever met. I don't know why she's so afraid of me though. Anyway, I came here to explain that the building's about to shake. How do I avoid having my head ripped off? How many more earthquakes do you think this building can handle? No, that's way too obvious. An earthquake is coming. My magic eye, reading Steiner, has seen it in the future. Escape while you still can. Yeah, that might work.
ねえ、昨日も椎名真由里は泊まったの？
ああ。
Oh, it's been 2 days.
牧瀬クリスも？
ああ。二人とも上にいる。
そっか。
Suza's hostility towards Kurisu hasn't abated.
お前の方はどうだ？
どうだって？
少しは元気が出たのか？
ああ、うん。まあね。捜索は継続中。
あ？おいバイト、何の話だよ。
私父さんを探してるんだって店長にも前話したじゃん。
Wait.
ああ、その話か。岡部、探してやれ。
Why does he think he can boss me around?
無論だ。鈴葉はすでにラボメンとなっているのだからな。俺とその他メンバーに任せておけ。
Suza looks at me with a smile that shines through the gloom, filling the store.
岡部倫太郎って私と同い年なのにすごく年上って感じだな。なんかぐいぐい引っ張ってく力があるよね。
Oh, Mr. Brown's got a comment on that. That's the first time anyone said that to me. It makes me kinda happy.
当たり前だ。俺は大いに強魔だからな。
There he goes again. The chipmunk covers in terror as I unveil my madness. I can see the tears pooling in her eyes. I guess my aura is just too powerful for a grade school girl to endure.
岡部、もし次大声出して苗を怯えさせたら殺す。
Well, that's how he is.
すみません。
でもさ、
Suza takes my arm and leads me away from the Tenojis, who have gone back to watching TV.
これだけは忠告しとくけど、牧瀬クリスには留意して。
留意。
Circumspect. Why can't you just say careful like a normal person? Not that I'm one to talk.
またか。ただの逆恨みだろ。
Suza shakes her head firmly.
違う。これは事実。私はそれを存知している。
Pernicious. Is she saying that Kurisu is dangerous? There's something strange about the way Suza is talking. And it's not just her fondness for uncommon words. There's something else. Something.
あの女の頭脳は危険すぎ。それに結局あいつ実験のことしか考えてないんだ。
Suzuha's eyes are hard and her voice is as cold as ice. I can tell she means every word she says.
君たちは利用されてるだけだよ。いい？よく聞いて。あの女はセルンに通じてる。
No, that's impossible. CERN is our enemy. If Daru's hacking is discovered, I have no doubt that they will do everything in their power to destroy us. How can Kurisu be connected to CERN?
つまりスパイだと言いたいのか。
Suzuha nods firmly.
タイムマシン開発の功績もあの女のものになった。
Again, Suzuha's words sound strange to my ears, but I still can't place my finger on why.
だからさ、気を許しちゃダメ。
I don't believe it. I saw Kurisu's anger when she learned about what CERN had been doing. She called the actions a betrayal of scientists everywhere. How can someone with such a pure love of science be connected to CERN? But if what Suzuha says is true, could she be the one who sent me the threatening email? I suspected Moeka, but suddenly the ground starts to shake. Kurisu started to experiment, but I haven't talked to Mr. Brown yet.
予想より早い。
おいこら岡部、
Sure enough, veins on Mr. Brown's forehead swelled in response to the shaking.
揺らすなって何度言ったらわかんだ。若い娘だろうが俺は容赦しねえぞ。家賃1万円アップだ。
Oh, 1万円 is basically like $100 US
待ってく
dollars.
ださいミスターブラウン。これは我がラボの仕業ではなく自信だ。俺の魔眼リーディングシュタイナーがそう予知を。
自信だ。そんなごまかしが通用すると思ってるのか。
The shaking gets more intense, knocking over a CRT. Oh.
ブラウンカンちゃんが。
Oh crap, I can't talk my way out of this one.
てめえ岡部。
Mr. Brown clearly wants to snap my neck like a twig, but he elects to protect his greatest treasure, the 42-inch CRT instead. He grabs the remote and switches it off, then grabs hold of the TV and hangs on for dear life.
収まった？
みたいだな。
Looks like it. Uh-oh. Wait, it's over? I carefully step through the rubble and take the remote from the dazed Mr. Brown's hand. I press the red power button. The 42-inch CRT instantly comes to life. I stare at the image on the screen and it smiles.
どうしたの？
Oh. Uh-oh. You're gonna get it. You're gonna get it. Oh.
見つけた。ついに見つけたぞ。これに間違いない。そうだ。これこそがリフターに変わるもの。これほどわかりやすいのになぜ気づかなかったのだ俺は。
Oh, by the way, have you forgotten about the rant?
いや、今この瞬間に気づいたことこそがシュタインズゲートの選択だということか。
おい岡部、何笑ってやがる。うちの娘を怖がらせるな。それとブラウン管の弁償と家賃値上げだからな。おい
And the CRT.
少し静かにしていただきましょうかミスター・ブラウン。今まさに俺は時空の支配者となることが
Oh god.
確定したのですからね。
If you don't know what's going on, you think that he's crazy. And even if you know what, the situation is like, you still think that he's crazy. Oh. Thank you. Stars explode behind my eyes as Mr. Brown drives his fist to the top of my head. The world spins. I struggle to get a hold of my shaken brain.
この俺に暴力を振るとは。
あ
ミスター・ブラウン、 ブラウン管の弁償についてはひとまずつけて頼みます。
Paid in cash. With that, I fly out of the workshop. I rub my head. It hurts like hell. Damn that Mr. Brown. Did he really have to crack me so hard? Maybe I should report him for assault. Thanks to his brutality, I had to make a strategic retreat. Fortunately, I did not emerge empty-handed. The extra 10,000 yen a month will hurt, but in exchange, I have acquired the information essential to the success of my plan.
結果オーライだな。
おかりー、今揺れたけど下は大丈夫だった？
Mairi and Chris appear in the second story window.
本当に不死鳥のごとく復活してるわね。
クリスティーナ、
Oh, wait.
俺は今ここで予言しよう。3分後、お前はこの俺の偉大さに気づき尊敬の念を抱くとな。
No, she won't.
それはないと思う。
I run up the stairs.
なんでそんなわかりやすいことに今まで気づかなかった？
When I tell Chris about the 42-inch CRT downstairs, that is her first reaction.
なぜ俺は責められているのか。
Told you.
責めてるんじゃない。私も含めて誰も気づけなかった間抜けさにがっかりしてるだけ。
東大元暮らしはガチ。
整理すると、さっき2階で電話レンジカッコ仮を稼働させ、ビルが揺れ出した時は42型のブラウン管テレビはついていた。
Okay.
だがテレビを消すと、それに同期するようにして揺れも収まったのだ。
放電現象は途中で強制的に中断されたわ。
Okay.
念のためにバナナを入れておいたんだけど、ゼリーマンにはならなかった。
それはね、いいことだと思うな。食べ物を粗末にしちゃダメだよ。
Nobody replies to Mairi's off-point statement. We are busy reading about the cathode ray tubes on the internet. It doesn't take long before we find something interesting. A cathode ray tube has a component called an electron gun, which uses extreme heat and a strong electric field to accelerate electrons and turn them into a beam. The electric beam striking the TV screen phosphor layer is what generates the picture. An electron gun could certainly work as a lifter.
解は出たわね。42型ブラウン管が放出している電子が電話レンジの作り出したリング特異点に干渉していた。
Okay.
放電現象はその影響よ。
夜になると電話レンジが使えなくなったのはブラウン管工房が閉まってる時間だったからか。
I told you it was the shop. Brown Tube Workshop doesn't have especially strict business hour, but it's usually open from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. That matches up perfectly with my observation that the phone wave change only works between noon and 6 p.m. The few instances it hasn't been worked during that time frame can be explained by the TV being off.
だが、ブラウン管がそんなに強力な電子を放出しているとは思えん。
Well, it is a big size one.
電子量は強ければいいというわけじゃない。そんな単純な問題ならセルンはとっくに問題を解決している。
I see, so it can't be too strong or too weak. By freaking coincidence, the 42 CRT electron gun appears to have exactly the right level of electron discharge. That's the only explanation.
まさに偶然の一致よ。ここには奇跡的にタイムマシンができる環境が揃っていた。
Basically, it's the Goldilocks effect.
いや違うなクリスティーナ。すべてはシュタインズゲートの選択だ。
Rather than glare at me as she has so many times in the past, Crystal shoots me an exasperated smile.
別に何だっていいけど。
Mairi looks up from her costume with a question in her eyes.
つまりね、スーパー電話レンジちゃんを完成させるためにはどうすればいいの？
原因が究明できたなら恐れることはない。あの大きなブラウン管がついているとき、タイムリープが可能になるという解を導けると思う。
さっき中断された最終調整も含めてさ、もう一回は実験が必要じゃね？
そうね。岡部、
Let me guess. Set him down again.
なんだ。
もう一度下に行ってあのブラウン管をつけてきて。
I knew it. I knew it.
クリスティーナよ。それは実に面白い冗談だな。それに対する俺の答えは
No.
ミッションエンポッシブルだ。
I'm not going back down there. My head still hurts from last time. Next time, I doubt I'll make it out alive.
いいからさっさと行きなさいよ。
Kurisu orders me with a sour look. It's like I'm the assistant here. Kinda.
あんたならできるって。さっきだってすごい発見してきたでしょ。
常習よ。お前、この俺を偉大なマッドサイエンティストだと認めているか？
Told you you're just mad.
いいえ。
あ、
ぐほう、即答とかひどす。
Oh.
しまった。おだてて頑張らせるならここははいって言っていくべきだった。というわけで、はい。
遅いわ。
リフターの代替装置が見つかった今、タイムリープマシンは 99% 出来上がってる。
What's the 1%? Kurisu's expression suddenly turned serious, but I can see the hunger in her eyes and the flush of excitement on her cheeks. She knows that we stand on the threshold of a new age in science, and she cannot resist the lure of the unknown. She's a true scientist, no doubt about it.
このラボの夢でしょ、タイムマシンは。
I thought you don't like the idea of time machine. Our dream? I've never really thought about it that way. But she's right, my hands are shaking. Not from the fear of Mr. Brown, but from excitement.
この俺の夢は時空を意のままに操り、これまでの支配構造をぶち壊すこと。そして
岡部、
Kurisu interrupts my speech.
私は法王院じゃなくて岡部の意見が聞きたい。
Make it all the better. She spears me with her gaze. I meet it head on. Oh wait, it's just a bit too fast. After a few moments, I feel my mouth curve into a smile.
上等だ。すべて俺に任せるがいい。
With that, I head downstairs. A cracked skull and an empty wallet are a small price to pay for science. Grisu and Daru sends me off with applause for some reason. Mayuri is the only one who looked worried, but I pat her head in reassurance. When I get downstairs, Suza and the chipmunk are sitting side by side on the bench outside.
ウィース。
Nai gives me a quick bow, then hides behind Suza.
店長、さっきのでめちゃくちゃ機嫌悪くなっちゃってさ。今ナイと対比中。
Uh-oh. Damn, now I really don't want to go in there.
さっき思いっきりごっちんされてたけど大丈夫？
この俺の
At this
世界
point?
最級の価値がある頭脳をよりによって殴るとは。あの一撃により一体何億個のニューロンが死に絶え、人類の未来に多大な損失を被ったことか。
There's some mention about Mona Lisa, right? Look, Ako. You and Mayuri-chan don't go places together? You're both lab members, right? And I heard you were childhood friends, so I thought, I'm sorry if I misunderstood. Yes, I did 30 practice swings with Samidare today. This is 8:13. Okay, it's the same day.
それは惜しい人を亡くしたな。
Suza claps her hands in solemn prayer. No, I'm not dead, just my brain cells.
ごめんなさい。お父さんがひどいことして。
この小動物め、なんと人間的によくできた娘なのだ。
I can't believe she's Mrs. Brown's daughter.
案ずるな。俺も店長には迷惑をかけたし、おあいこだ。
Nai smiles slightly at my words of comfort.
時にバイト選手よ、お前に協力を頼みたい。ミスター・ブラウンの目を5秒でいいから引きつけておいてもらいたいのだ。
Suza's eyes start to shine.
色仕掛けだね。
can you? She flexes a mic. Oh my god! What do you think this is? Full Metal Alchemist?
触ってみ
What is that exactly? How are you gonna seduce people with that? Well, she insists so I poke it. It's just as hard as her confidence suggests. She's probably stronger than me. But I don't understand what flexing has to do with seduction. Oh god. Is it gonna be that Full Metal Alchemist scene?
誰も色仕掛けをしろとは言っていない。お前がやりたいと言うなら構わんが。
それぐらいできなきゃ戦士失格だし。それにさ、父さんのことを一緒に探すって言ってくれたでしょ。だから私もできるだけ君に協力したい。
なるほど。ならば戦士を任せるぞ。
オーキードーキー。鈴葉お姉ちゃん、お父さんをいじめないでね。いじめたりしないって。
いかにも。
I want to complain that he's the one being mean, but I just said that we were even, so I refrained.
苗はここで待ってて。
The chipmunk nods. When we enter the store, we find Mr. Brown cleaning up the pieces of broken CRT. Yeep! When our eyes met, another vein pops on his forehead.
筋を通しに来たのなら聞いてやる。ただし、賃下げ要求には応じねえからな。
先ほどは失礼しました。こちらも気が動転していたのでね。そこで謝罪の意も込めて我がラボを代表し、ここにいる天音鈴葉からミスター・ブラウン、あなたにプレゼントを贈らせてもらう。
Is she gonna strut her biceps?
店長、刮目せよ。
With a vigorous shout, which in no way seems appropriate for seduction, Susan whips out her jacket and...
Yeah!
Okay, throws it onto Mr. Brown's face. I can see your bra. What? Wait, what? Wait, what? Well, okay. That's not bra, but a tight tank top that leaves her mid-rib bare. Yet, Susan shows no signs of embarrassment as she rushes Mr. Brown. She sits behind him, grabs her coat, and pulls it tight against his face.
岡部倫太郎、今だ。
Now wait just a second. Is this your idea of seduction? It looks like you're trying to suffocate him.
早く。
Mr. Brown flails his arms, trying to escape Susan's restraint. There's a huge difference in strength between the two. It's only a matter of time before she takes off Susan.
よくやった戦士よ。お前の英雄的行動に感謝する。
Uh-oh. Realizing that the only choice is to go for it, I dash to the counter, grab the remote, and switch on the 42-inch CRT. After about 2 seconds, an image appears on the giant screen. At the same time, the ceiling starts to shake. Kurisu activated the phone wave subject to change with perfect timing.
また揺れてる。
Sounds like a psycho, you know.
これって。
Did she really take off her clothes without knowing why?
助かったぞバイト戦士。できればあと10秒ほどそのまま拘束していてくれ。
During that time, I escaped the store. Uh-oh. Outside, Nai is following earthquake drill procedures, crouching while protecting her head. I ignore that and look up the second floor. At exactly the same time, Kurisu appears in the window and gives me a happy thumbs up. But a second later, she blushes, shoots me a glare, and disappears inside as if nothing happened. What's with her attitude? I'm risking my life here. No, you're not. In any case, the experiment was a success. The 42-inch CRT was the key, as I suspected. Now, how do I explain this to Mr. Brown? I don't want him to kick us out of the building. Perhaps I shouldn't have left it. I timidly peeked into the store to gauge the situation.
ちょっと店長、私の服返してよ。
Susan is there, fidgeting in her tank top as Mr. Brown glares down at her.
うっせえ。これは没収だ。
この変態。
変態はおめえだろうが。いきなり脱ぎ出したと思ったら服を俺の顔面に押し付けてくるとは。大したプレーだったぜ。岡部に感謝しねえとな。
プレイとか言わないでくんないかな。キモい。
Oh my god.
とにかく今日は一日その格好で仕事しやがれ。へそだし結構。なんなら店の前で客引きしてくれてもいいんだぜ。
You can be sued for this, you know.
何言いつけるよ。
はは。あの子はおめえより俺の言葉を信じるだろうよ。
She's gonna believe her.
そう。
No problems here. This is a seduction strategy work, I guess. Mr. Brown, what a guy. A little while later, I'm lying on the sofa watching high school baseball. Kumamoto and Aichi are locked in fierce struggle for the playoff. Just then, the clack of the sewing machine in the lounge suddenly stops.
おかりちょっと来て。
For what? She motions to me while holding the costume. What does she want? I walk over to her.
これをね、持っててくれないかな。こうしてビローンって広げて。
まゆし、今のビローンもう一度。ビローンいただきました。
もうやだこの変態。
I follow Mayuri's direction and spread the costume up by the sleeves. She inspects it from a few paces away. It's hard to believe given her usual dizziness, but Mayuri is very serious about her art. That's why cosplayers value her that's why cosplayers value her costume so highly. The costume I'm holding now is a custom made for Lukako. I thought Lukako was against it, but I guess Mayuri managed to persuade her.
ありがとう。
You know, funny thing is that he doesn't bother about Lukako changing to a girl, you know, much. Mayuri looks tired. She's been working all night, but that doesn't dim the brightness of her satisfied smile.
できた。
完成か。
クリスちゃんより先にできたよ。競争してたんだ。
負けたわ、まゆり。お見事ね。
Damn you, assistant. She treats me and Daru like garbage, but Mayuri gets the sisterly touch.
でもこっちももう終わりよ。
What? Kurisu connects the two cords she's holding.
完成。
Celebration is in order, but nobody cheers.
引き分けだね。
ああ、疲れたお。フェイスタに癒されたい。
Honestly, I don't feel like cheering either, and it's not because I'm satisfied. We worked around the clock for 3 straight days to finish the time leap machine, but now that it is complete, I realize that part of me never truly believed that it would happen. I feel my enthusiasm cooling rapidly, the fire quenched by one stark question. What do we do with it? I look at Kurisu. She too seems less than enthused.
私たち
Enthused.
ひょっとするととんでもないものを作っちゃったかもしれない。
I look at the improved phone wavelengths of the change again. The biggest changes is the headgear attached to the X68000. It looks like something out of a low-budget cyberpunk movie. Fortunately, we don't need nerve jacks or brain chips for it to work. You just put it on and let the sensors do the rest. Sensors?
とりあえず正式名称を決めようでは。
Name again.
ヘブンリーエクスプレス。
電話レンジサードエディションバージョン 1.00。
帽子付き電話レンジちゃん。
No consensus.
あんたたちって本当に能天気ね。
クリスティーナは危険か。
タイムリープマシン。
これはひどい。
何よ、シンプルイズベストでしょ。この2日間岡部だってそのネーミングで呼んでたし。
助手はネーミングセンスゼロのようだ。
You're the one to talk.
中二病丸出しのあんたに言われたくない。
Thank you.
おお、まさかマキセ氏が中二病って言葉を知ってるとは。やるじゃん。
やるじゃん。
たまたまだから勘違いしないで。
Let me guess. He's gonna say tamatama. Ah, a bald-faced lie. He should just confess to being an ad channeler. This meets my green with an icy glare.
マユリ、最終決定権者としてどれか一つ選んでくれ。
Whenever the lab is divided on name, the right belongs to Mayuri.
タイムリープマシーンがいいと思います。帽子付き電話レンジちゃんとね、すごく迷ったけど。
Wait, what?
マユ氏のことだからそうなると思ったぞな。
だから言ったでしょ、シンプルイズベストだって。マユリはよくわかって。
I want to object, but it's an unwritten rule not to complain once Mayuri made a decision.
ではタイムリープマシンで決定とする。助手、全員にわかるようにこのタイムリープマシンの仕組みについてレクチャーしてくれ。
I know the basics, but I want to hear the details. Kirsten nods and stands in front of the whiteboard.
一言で言うと、これは記憶をデータ化してリング特異点を通過させ過去へ飛ばす装置。電話レンジには偶然にもタイターが語ったタイムマシンとほぼ同じ機能が備えられていた。リング特異点を生み出し、そのトンネルを通って過去へと36バイトプラスアルファのデータを転送することができる。
Are you just gonna give us blank?
局所場して、つまり過去のどこへ到達するかについては携帯電話に限定することでクリアした。 D メールと違って今回は電話をかける形にしたから、メールアドレスじゃなくて電話番号によって局所場指定することになる。
Email
生み出さ
address.
れたリング特異点の超重力を安定させ裸にするための
You're not
電
gonna
子注
draw
入装
anything
置。
on it?
リフターの役割は開花の42型ブラウン管がそれを担ってる。
Or maybe that this is the English version. We're not gonna get the drawings for this. He explained the basics. Next she'll explain the modifications to make to turn on the phone wavenet subexchange into a time leap machine.
電話レンジには新たにヘッドギアを接続した。これによって側頭葉、正確に言うと海馬の CA3 に蓄積されている
What the heck is
記憶の
she
神経
doing?
パルスパターンを操
Well,
作するの。 その解析データは VR 技術を用いて神経パルス信号から電気信号へとエンコードしデータ化される。
データ容量はおよそ 3.24 テラだお。
3.24 terabyte is less than I expected. We're talking about entirety of person's memory.
ちなみにこのデータにはあらかじめ次元式のデコードプログラムを仕掛けておく。これはプログラムに詳しい人なら誰でもできるものよ。橋田にプログラムを作ってもらった。この電気信号データをネットを通してフランスにあるセルンの LHC へと転送。
This building has a direct line to CERN for some reason, so we can transfer data at insanely high speed.
3.24 テラのデータを転送するのにかかる時間は？
直通回線は1本だけじゃなくて64本が束になってるんだ。だから64分割して並列に送ればだいたい45秒ぐらいでいけると思われ。
That's pretty fast.
LHC を遠隔操作してミニブラックホールを作ったら、
What?
その周辺で
won't
生
CERN
み出され
notice
る
that when
超
you
重
use
力
it?
による無限圧縮を利用してデータを36バイトまで圧縮する。
Compress 32 with 3.24 terabyte into 36 byte? Man, that's small. That's huge compressing. Compress it to just 36 bytes. Now that's one hell of a Swiss. Yeah, basically.
圧縮にも時間がかかるのか？
こっちは一瞬。何しろブラックホールの力使ってるからだいたい23ミリ秒でいける。
ちなみにバイナリデータの超圧縮は ミニブラックホール周辺でのみ有効よ。そこから離れた時点でデータは勝手に解凍を始めてしまう。
Give me a second. Just want a quick save here because I want to use this as my how should I say this thumbnail.
解凍までにかかる時間も圧縮時と同じ23ミリ秒。
その間に LHC からこのペケロッパを経由して電話レンジまで戻さないといけない。まあ36バイトプラスアルファ程度のデータなら楽勝で間に合う。
クリスティーナ、続けろ。
タイムリープマシン側では起動と同時にカーブラックホール効果が発生してリング特異点が生成されてる。放電現象がリング特異点内を通り抜けさせる。この辺は電話レンジとやることは同じ。データはタイマーに入力しておいた時間分を遡り過去の携帯電話へとつながる。リング特異点を通り抜けて過去の携帯電話に到達する頃には23ミリ秒が経過してデータは自動的に解凍されてるはず。
So wait, before we continue on. So you're telling me that headgear is gonna scan, your memory data, around 3.24 terabytes in less than a minute. That headgear, which have nothing to, it's just sensors, not like directly jacking it.
解凍と同時にデコードプログラムが展開して電気信号から神経パルス信号に戻す。受信先の携帯電話に到達すると神経パルス信号は送話口から 0.02 アンペアほどの微弱な放電現象となって発せられるの。これが携帯電話を耳に当てている受信者のこめかみ付近に放射されるわけ。
受信者が電話の呼び出しに出るのが前提だな。
出なければ記憶の転送は失敗に終わる。まあこの場合は特にデメリットは何もないわ。コピーデータ
メールではなく電話をかけることにした理由は？
Because you need to put it, to the brain.
携帯電話が受信者のこめかみ付近にあることでデータを受信者の側頭葉に送り込みやすくなるから。人間のこめかみ周辺には大脳前頭葉と大脳側頭葉が位置してるんだけど、最初に言った通り側頭葉は海馬傍回があって記憶を貯蓄する場所なの。そこに送信者の全記憶の塊である神経パルス信号が携帯電話から放射される。これで記憶の上書きは完了。
Memory data overridden. Why does she have to draw it like that? I'm taking a screenshot.
同時に携帯電話からは前頭葉を刺激する神経パルス信号も出すわ。これ重要。前頭葉から側頭葉へはトップダウン記憶検索信号というのが発信されてる。これは記憶を思い出す時に発信される信号。前頭葉を刺激する神経パルスを放射することでこのトップダウン記憶検索信号を意図的に発信させる。これによって送信者から送られた全記憶を受信者に強制的に思い出させるという作用が発生する。未来の記憶を思い出すのよ。それに必要な時間は1秒に満たない。結果、受信者は送信者と全く同じ記憶を持つ状態となり、タイムリープは完了。例えば、送信者と受信者の時間差が1週間ある場合、受信者は1週間後の未来までに自分が体験した記憶を思い出すことになるわけ。注意すべきなのは、意識や人格は転送しないということ。その2つは受信者に依存する。
Okay.
おっぱいに例えて教えてくれ。
Well, come on.
お
Crystal dissolved into a blushing, stammering mass. Looks like it's up to me to answer Daru's question. No, it moves, obviously.
現在のダルの記憶を小学生の頃のダルへと転送したとする。今のダルは2次元にも3次元にも無機物にも燃えられる変態だが小学生時代はまだまだ無邪気な鼻垂れ小僧だったはず。
Let me guess. It's like, I'm like this when I was born.
小学校時代の僕はそれは真面目なクソガキでしたが何か？
つまり 記憶は今の19歳の変態ダルのものだが、意識、人格はその真面目なクソガキのままとなる。見た目は子供、頭
Shouldn't we
脳は大
change?
人な名探偵は成立しないということだ。
なんだつまらん。
This isn't like the time leaping you see in sci-fi novels. We aren't yet capable of transferring personality and consciousness yet.
携帯がブラックホールとホワイトホールのような役割を果たすから、記憶を送れるのは自分が携帯を持ってる時期の範囲内になる。
Well, for me, since I have my, SIM phone number, maybe I could have sent it back to 20 years playing time.
注意すべきなのは、送信者と受信者は同一人物でなければならないということ。例えば過去の自分ではなく、親や友達が代わりに出てしまった場合、神経パルス信号はその親や友達に向けて放射される。
Ooh.
そうなると親や友達の体に送信者の記憶が上書きされてしまう。
Ooh, now that's
下手をする
bad.
と重大な人格障害が起きるかもしれない。
Explains the explanation and takes a short breath. The lab falls into silence. I exchange glances with Kurisu and Daru. I look at Mayuri, but her expression is a blank. I guess it was too complicated for. Wait. If the parents get it, okay, in like, for example, like, fried their brains, won't they, affect the future? And then, like, the theory of relativity kicks in.
それで
I clear my throat. It's time for the $1 million question.
どうする？
どうするって？
Do we
タ
what?
イムリープマシンの扱いについてだ。
For once, my assistant has nothing to say. I already know that she fears we created a monster. Honestly, I feel the same way. After a few moments, Kurisu speaks.
私たちの手に負える代物じゃないのは確かよ。一番無難なのは研究機関に譲渡して国家プロジェクト扱いにしてもらうことね。
I can tell she's not pleased to have reached this conclusion. She obviously would prefer to experiment with this technology. After all, it's humanity's first time machine. We've finally taken our first step towards godhood. I'm sure that the nations of the world will pay billions just to have one look at our machines. The possibility that it represents are limitless.
実感が湧かないな。
マユシーも湧かないよ。
いや、マユシは何も手伝ってないからっしょ。
Uh-oh.
あ、そうだったね。
岡部の意見は？ちなみに法王院じゃなくて岡部の意見ね。
I agree, Kurisu, that the time leap machine is dangerous. On the other hand,
実験してみたい気持ちもある。
I state my honest feelings. Kurisu gasps.
だが実際にタイムリープを行うには問題が多すぎる。
This is unknown territory, not just for us, but for all of humanity.
誰がタイムリープするんだ？
You? I look to each lab members in turn. Daru quickly looks away. Mayuri's expression is blank. Kurisu stares right back at me.
誰って決めるのは難しい。
僕はパス。
Why? Not a single person here wants the honor of being history's first time traveler. Everyone except for Mayuri is probably thinking about what could go wrong. What if the time leap were to fail?
セルンのタイムマシンみたいにジェリーマン化する可能性はゼロよ。このマシンで送るのはデータであって実物じゃないんだから。
Hold on. Okay, it says here, it's not like CERN's time machine. The possibility of becoming a German is zero. Now remember, they only able to access that part is that they have the IBM 5100, but they don't have the IBM 5100. How can she refer to this? Think about it. It's inconsistent, right? Don't you agree? How did she know about Jellyman? The only way we can reach Jellyman is by using the IBM 5100.
タイムリープに対する先入観にとらわれないで。まるで意識そのものをカット&ペーストするように思われるかもしれないけど。
Copy and paste, not cut and paste, okay? Because if you cut and paste means that the person that you know hasn't cut, in other words, like he's going to be left blank with no memories.
そうじゃなくて、あくまで
Okay,
も
thank you.
コピー&ペーストなの。しかも記憶だけをね。
Thanks for
オリジナ
clarifying
ルが
it.
消えることはない。
That's a very easy easy to understand example, but that's not the problem. Time flows in a straight line from past to present. At least that's how most humans see it. This raises several questions.
過去へ転送したデータが何らかのミスでフラクタル構造化してしまう可能性はある。もし仮に俺が1時間前へタイムリープしたとして、フラクタル構造化によりスカスカになった記憶データが1時間前の俺の脳にぶち込まれるかもしれない。それは一種の記憶喪失と同じ状態になりかねないのでは。
かもね。
もしそうなった場合、その1時間後には現在に到達することになる。その時1時間遡った記憶喪失の俺と現在の俺が俺の脳で競合するわけだが、どちらのデータが生き残る？
理屈で考えれば1時間前にコピーが移された時点で今も変化するから。
The conflicting current me disappears then.
それはつまりコピー&ペーストではないということにならないか？
わからない。未だかつて時間を超越した前例なんて一つもないから。
D メールでは世界は改変後に沿って再構成された。
Dude, you okay? You may not have first-hand example, but you can observe, okay? So basically, you are saying that you know the effects of you know changing the past. You've already went through this. You should have seen it firsthand. The biggest example I can give you is that during the Akiba thing, okay, where you know Akiba actually turns to a place without any enemy stuff. I'm the only one who's aware of this, however.
タイムリープしてどうなるかはわからないのよ。タイターが言うように多世界解釈ならタイムリープした時点で別の世界線に分岐する可能性と同じ世界線のまま時間だけを遡る可能性が同時に存在することになる。と同時に現在の岡部が消えない可能性の世界線も当然存在しているわけで、おそらくこの現在はそれに該当することになると思う。
But that's only if the many worlds interpretation holds in the first place. Okay. So basically, what Okanin has been arguing is that he's worried that there's going to be that transfer error when the data is sent back. So for me, I think that one thing that that he's worried about is that with the data being lost in transmission, something like that. Okay, but also if since he already is able to perceive it, okay, what happened to him? Okay, maybe it's not for him, but for the other person, okay, because he does have that reading Steiner thing that he mentioned all the time, okay, and let's just assume it's something like okay, if it's transferred to somebody, okay, let's say for example to Kurisu here, okay, so she tested it itself on her, okay, and the data got lost and then she fried her brains, okay, and worried that they may not have meet, okay, but then since he has the reading Steiner, he is aware of this, something like that.
お前はタイターの言うことは信じていないのではなかったのか？
Maybe not believe, but at least it's a possible theory that she's willing to accept.
可能性の話をしている。タイターはこの際どうでもいい。コペンハーゲン解釈ならあらゆる状態が波動関数として空間に広がっていることになる。 そして観測者が観測した瞬間、どちらかに状態が収束する。
Okay, what's Copenhagen interpretation? Tips list. A well-known approach to Schrodinger's cat thought experiment. In this interpretation, before the box is open, the cat exists as a combination of two wave functions, one that is alive and one that is dead. The instant the box is open, the cat is observed. The wave function collapses to either condition. If the cat is alive upon opening the box, the wave function collapses to become the alive cat. Conversely, the dead cat, the other way around. Another quantum approach to this experiment is the many worlds interpretation. In this case, the observer who found the cat alive and the observer who found the cat dead exist in two separate universes that diverge the moment the box is open. The Copenhagen interpretation is currently the dominant theory. Function representing quantum science. Scientists are not sure if wave functions represent reality or are a convenient mathematical abstraction to describe what goes into quantum mechanics. But precise observation is impossible.
観測者は誰かというのも問題だ。
That's you, right?
第三者じゃね？僕とかマユシとか。
そうとは限らない。観測者は俺かもしれないし、それ以外の誰かかもしれないし。
He didn't mention God. It could be somebody else, something like that. To begin with, the Copenhagen interpretation and the many worlds interpretation are both microscale theories used to explain the quantum interactions. No one knows whether they can be applied to humans or to the world at large. What about my personal experience with reading Steiner? If reading Steiner is some sort of power that I think it is, then the world-like model is correct.
結局は意識はどこにあるという問題に行き着く。
このタイムリープマシーンが転送するのはあくまで記憶だけ。それは間違いない。
Okay, just your memories?
転送された時点で今も再構成されるんじゃね？
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Is that if you have memories, okay, memories shape your personality and your consciousness and your morality as well. So like, maybe it doesn't feel real, remembering something from the future, but still, if you think about it, your personality should change along with it.
オカリンはリーディングシュタイナーでそれと同じような現象に遭遇したわけっしょ。
D メールの場合はそれで納得できた。あれは過去にメールで干渉する行為だというのが明確だったからな。しかしタイムリープは自分の記憶を過去へ送り込む行為であり、干渉するかしないかは明確にしていない。未来の記憶を思い出した1時間前の俺が因果に干渉するのかしないのかはその状況になってみなければわからないはず。
頭がこんがらがってきた。なんかもう宗教の分野じゃね？魂はどこにあるかって話しよ。
待って、あんたたちは勘違いしている。
What?
人格と意識は1時間前の岡部も今の岡部も何も変わらない。
Yeah, just 1 hour. But if you go further back in time, let's say you had an accident. So like for example, you're driving a car and you're being reckless, okay? And like you broke your leg or something like that, okay? Got into a horrible accident, and then you send yourself back, send the memory back in time to like be worried about, not being to be more careful, like don't drunk drive and stuff, okay? In a sense, that's gonna like affect your personality. Means like you're going to be more careful because you already seen it. Well, I won't say feel, but the word experience should be okay. Word feel experience is a bit different. You may have remembered funny thing because like it haven't happened to you. You may have remembered something in the future. Very weird. But in this sense, we're talking about hypothetical. Okay, you may remember something in the future that it will happen to you if you start to drunk drive, and that will make you like more conscious about yourself. So in other words, like it does. If he believes, okay, if this person believes it, then it's definitely gonna affect the personality and the behavior.
1時間分の記憶を持っているかいないか、違いはそれだけよ。
そうなのか。
絶対とは言い切れないけど、何しろ 誰も試したことはないんだから。
Nobody tried it before. Well, of course, this is the first one. Okay, by the way, okay, welcome, ML. Personality and conscience can't be strictly defined, so it's hard to imagine what might happen.
結局どっち？
だからわからないの。ここでどれだけうだうだ議論したって全ては予測止まりなんだから。この実験は人類のこれまでの既成概念を崩壊させるものになるかもね。
We won't know until we try. That's pretty much sums it up. To make matters worse, the subject must be prepared to risk damage to their psyche. Kurisu, Daru, and I say no more. We can't solve this problem. This is our limit as scientists. But haven't we accomplished enough already? Time Leap Machine itself is worthy of a Nobel Prize. We could sell this technology for billions if we so choose. And if we go public with the Time Leap Machine, we can break CERN's monopoly on time travel technology. Maybe? That's enough, it has to be. What's stopping CERN from buying this? Mayuri, who has been observing the discussion with glassy eyes, opens her mouth to speak.
マユシーはね、難しいことはよくわかんないけど。
It says here that I don't understand the difficult things, but...
例えばね、マユシーの買ってきたバナナをタイムリープさせるのはどうかな。
Do bananas have memories?
マユリったらバナナには人間みたいに脳はないでしょ。
あ、そっか。それじゃあダメだね。
Mayuri never changes. The atmosphere in this room gets a little more relaxed.
実験はしないでおく。タイムリープマシンはしかるべき研究機関に託そう。そして世間に公表する。
Thanks to the lightning of the moon, I can finally say what was on my mind. Neither Kurisu or Daru objects. No one has touched a time leap machine since that discussion. Ridiculous as it sounds, I can't shake the feeling that it might suck my memories and fling them into the past. Oh, the time machine does have its appeal, of course. We are all tempted by the idea of becoming humanity's first time leapers. Yet the fear of what could happen won out in the end. Perhaps as a way to forget our fears and move on, we decided to hold a celebration to mark the completion of the device. Everyone feels the need to let loose after working so hard on the project. Are you gonna eat outside? I have Daru order pizza while Kurisu and I go shopping for snacks. Akiba has changed and had a lack of supermarkets. That hasn't changed even with the anime stores gone. After we finish shopping, Kurisu and I walk along the evening streets. She looks like she's got something to say. She keeps stealing glances at me.
不満か。
Ni hao means hello. Yeah. I know. I'm part Chinese. 我也是可以讲华语啊。
不満？
Upset. She frowns like she didn't expect the discussion.
実験をしなかったことについて。
まさか。人間は根源的に時間的存在者である。ハイデガーの言葉よ。あんたが実験はしないと決めてくれた時、私はむしろほっとした。
Why?
誰か止める人がいてくれなかったら、私は歯止めが効かなくなってたかも。
Maybe this is what she was warning. Wait. What's their game here? Didn't this change? Like in the past. Okay, remember that they screwed up the timeline where Akiba, doesn't have any anime stores. Why is this one still here? It changed in the past as well.
ありがとう。
What's this, gratitude? Does she have a fever? I put my hand to her forehead and to check. Crystal twitches. Oh.
おい、何してる？
熱があるせいで 助手らしいことを言い出したのかと思ってな。
You know, that can be considered sexual harassment, you know. I dropped my hand.
別にあんたに感謝してるわけじゃないからな。
Her voice is louder than it should be, and several people glanced at us. Crystal blushes and hangs her head. If Naru were here, she'd probably get excited and say, "Oh, a real Sundar, sweet."
とにかく
Crystal clears her throat and returns to her usual sour expression.
形式的にお礼を言っただけだから勘違いしないで。
勘違いなどするものか。俺はラボメンナンバー001であり、ラボの設立者であるこの俺、法王院京馬が最も優先するのはラボメンを危険から守ること。だからお前は感謝する必要はない。
世界に混沌をもたらすとか言ってるくせに。
ラボメンは俺の味方であり、世界は俺の敵である。
Learning a new language will definitely gonna like open up new possibilities to you. Okay, since I can since I do have since I have Japanese. Okay, basically the chance of me getting a higher income is way increased like quadruple, because basically like Malaysian currency is like basically Japanese currency is 4 times more, and I can easily get you know, a higher salary if I begin to pursue you know, this kind of thing, this line of work. And I'm currently like in a process of, you know, like improving my Japanese as well. My passion is teaching, but I might, you know, improve my Japanese a bit, and then like hopefully I can, you know, teach and have to do something with Japanese as well.
呆れて言葉も出ない。あんたって独善的すぎ。
言葉なら出ているではないか。
上げ足取るな。
Okay, it's quite mysterious really. It's only been 2 weeks since Kurisu and I met, and yet it already feels natural for us to be walking together, exchanging banter like this. Perhaps pulling our efforts to create something new, dangerous though it might be, has brought us closer together. I admit that her knowledge and skills are impressive. Why is there a male now? Part-time warrior. Don't forget what Titor said. What? Which one? I'd like her to remain at the lab if at all possible, but she said she's already going back to America this month. But it's already 13, so I wonder if she plans to return. Has she bought her ticket?
そういえば飛行機のチケット取るの忘れてた。
Speak of the devil.
電話レンジの改良に夢中になりすぎてたわ。
タイムリープマシンを公表すれば世間は大騒ぎになる。セルン告発もしなければならない。帰ることはできなくなるぞ。
あ、そうか。となるとママに電話しておかないと。
Looks like things are going to get busy. Naturally, I want Kurisu to stay with us until the end. A little bit after we return to the lab, Mayuri gets back.
トゥットゥルー、ただいま
Since Mayuri went to Lukaku's, Suzuha shows up a few minutes later and our development council comes to order. Daru ordered 3 pizzas. We also line up the snacks and we bought on the table. It's just like the party we had a few days ago to cheer up Suzuha. Mayuri wanted to decorate the room, but since everyone's tired, I dismissed it as unnecessary. Looks like Suzuha managed to retrieve her jacket from Mr. Brown.
いやー、やばかった。あのままだとさ、露出狂として一日を過ごす羽目になるとこだったよ、私。
You know, you can sue him, you know, if that's the case. The Brown Tube workshop closed. Suzuha made sure the 42-inch CRT was turned off, so there's no need to fear of any malfunction from the time leap machine. A heavy sigh escaped my throat. I realized that I've been tense and nervous since the time leap machine was completed. Now I can finally relax. The topic of time leap machine has become a taboo. Even Kurisu doesn't bring it up during the meeting.
ダル、お前なぜこの前と全く同じ種類のピザを注文したのだ？
I opened the pizza box to find exactly the same one he got for Suzu's party. As long as the three are different,
ズバリ僕の好み。
the three are. I'm not amused.
オカリフェリスちゃんやルカちゃんにもね声をかけたんだけど今日は無理って言われちゃった。
What about Moika?
そうか。何か用事でもあったのか。
フェリスちゃんは今日はライネットの大会。
Oh.
しまった。応援行きそびれた。なんという不覚。
あとねルカちゃんはなんだか恥ずかしそうにしてたよ。
Have you forgot what happened? He grabbed her private.
ここに来たらまたマユリのコスを着させられるって思ったんじゃない？
Wait, I just realized Okarin is the original Trump. Grab him by the. Okay.
コスプレの件か？もしかしてまだ説得できていないのか？
Then what was the point of completing the costume?
恥ずかしいんだって。可愛いは正義なのに。
可愛いは正義ってそんな言葉が流行ってるんだ。
Mafuya? Who's Mafuya?
クリスちゃんもね可愛いよね。
Kurisu doesn't know how to react. She blushes and Mayuri starts teasing her like a drunk old man. There's no alcohol at this party, of course.
ねえねえ今度のコミマに出てみない？新作は無理だけどね去年作ったブラチューのセーラ覚醒後バージョンコスがあるんだ。多分ねサイズはクリスちゃんにちょうど合うと思うし。
I think this refers to Blood Plus.
私がコスプレか。
Oh, she's thinking about it. Kurisu looks conflicted, then she murmurs.
ちょっと興味ある。
She sure could have fooled us before about pretending to have no interest in otaku culture.
でも私も人前に出るのはお断りだから。
着るだけでいいよ。でもねそのうちみんなに見てもらいたくなるよ。コスプレにはそうさせる魔物さんが住んでるんだ。
彼らは is supposed to be her. バカレオがバカレオ The cosplay demon?
そういえばクリスちゃんっていつも可愛い制服着てるよね。でもこんな制服都内にあったっけ？
She's not from here, she's from America.
これ
You saw her necktie.
2週間だけアヤメインに逆留学みたいなことしてたんだけどそこの制服を改造してきてるの。
Ayamein Women Academy, a private school for girls in the Kudanshita neighborhood of Tokyo. An academic powerhouse, Ayamein is a popular destination for foreign exchange students. By the way, in Tokyo, well, there's a couple of like universities, okay, that are like all girls in Tokyo, if I'm not mistaken. A couple, maybe 2 or 3, something like that.
ああ、アヤメインなんだ。あそこの制服もともと可愛いもんね。
By the way,
クリスちゃんの改造センスはねすごくいいかも。
when you're referring, for example, like the wa, okay, if it's used as if like a like is or are, okay, the be verbs, okay, it will instead of wa will change to ha, and but it's bakareo, like baka of the reo. That's the problem.
コス持ってくるね。そしたら試着してくれる？
Are we gonna take pictures?
いいわ。
Looks like Kurisu approves of cuteness is justice philosophy.
撮影会は何時からですか？
Thank you.
相変わらず橋田は変態道を邁進中だな。
だってブラチューのセーラっしょ。あれって確かパンモロだぞ。
パンモロ？
Uh-oh, uh-oh. Oh, he's gotta get it.
パンツがもろに見えているの略。
嘘。
大丈夫だよ。クリスちゃんは知らないかもだけどね、去年ぐらいにこんな言葉が流行ったんだよ。
What?
パンツじゃないから恥ずかしくないもんって。
いやいや、恥ずかしいでしょ。
絶対来てね。絶対だよ。やめといた方がいいんじゃないかな。
Wait, what? Suza speaks her tone sharp. She's scowling at Kurisu again. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. They gotta fight. Suddenly the atmosphere in the room changes.
マキセクリスを信じると痛い目に遭うよ。
Oh, need to save. Okay.
それどういう意味？
Naturally, my strong-willed assistant isn't one to back down from the fight. Sparks fly between the two girls.
この前から思ってたんだけど、私あなたに何かした？
直接は何も。でも私、君のしたこと全部知ってんだよね。
ちょっと待って、変態 means pervert. で、ちょっと is weird. I mean, ちょっと a little bit. 待って weird. And 変態 means, you know, pervert.
何よ、私がしたことって。後ろめたいこ
でしょうね。でも私知ってるんだから。
Wait,
君
don't
の
tell.
本質ってのをさ。
Okay, okay, I'm gonna keep quiet about that part.
へえ、すごい。私の心の中を覗いたんだ。画期的な発明だから、ぜひその独身装置を見せてもらいたいもんだわ。
装置なんてないよ。強いて言うなら予言。
つまり言いがかりってことか。
事実だってば。
Uh-oh, we got a situation here. Mairi clings to me with teary eyes.
二人を止めて。
この場を丸く収められるのはこの法王院京馬しかいないようだな。
I insert myself between the two girls.
二人ともここは引け。この勝負法王院京馬が預かる。
Uh-oh. They both glare at me. Although I'm afraid for my life, I harden my resolve. The mission must succeed. First, I focus on Kurisu.
助手よ、俺はお前をそのように育てた覚えはないぞ。
I was not raised by you.
育てられた覚えもない。
Thank you.
まずサイエンティストを目指す上で最も必要なことを教えてやろう。すなわち表面は熱く奥底では冷たく。
If you have to keep your emotions, then why are you mad?
聞いてない。なるつもりもない。
Next, I switch my focus to Suzuha.
戦士よ、お前がラグナロックにおいて戦うべきはセルンのはずだ。
岡部倫太郎には忠告したよね。マキセクリスには気をつけてって。
You're going to mention that now?
へえ、どういうことよ、岡部。
Their eyes are like laser beams boring into my skull. I want nothing more than to flee for my life. But Mayuri is watching me anxiously. I need to defuse the situation.
お前たちどちらも引くつもりはないようだな。ならば好きなだけやり合うがいい。戦って戦って戦い抜いて、その後河原で握手して友情を芽生えさせるがいい。だがな、将来社会に出る時のためにこれだけは自覚しておけ。
What
お
thing?
前たちは二人とも空気が読めない。
うるさい。
Getting yelled at both of them at the same time sends shiver down my spine. It's coming. I quickly seize my right arm. Right arm.
よりによってこんな時に静まれ。俺の右手。
You think they're gonna buy that? I turn around and head back to Mayuri.
まゆり。すまない。このままだと俺は二人を傷つけてしまう。
Useless.
だからあとは任せた。
Mayuri passes off her cheeks and goes over the two girls.
二人とも聞いて。マユシーはね、喧嘩は嫌いなのです。仲良くしようよ。
Hearing this, the two combatants reluctantly comply. I expected this would happen. Mayuri is the oil that keeps the gears of this lab churning along. The throbbing in my right arm dissipates. Daru comes over to chat with Suzuha and gradually peace returns to the lab. Kurisu is in the development room, making a call, probably to her mother in America. I sit on the sofa and watch TV while sipping Dr. P. The TV is running a game show where contestants guess the price of popular items at high-class restaurants. Mayuri sits down next to me. She peels a banana and begins eating it.
ねえねえ、おかり？
Well, it's all up to Mayu. She's the one that changed everything. Mayuri slowly looks around the lab, smiling all the while.
なんだかね、ここ何週間かですごく賑やかになったね。
ああ、確かに。
I established a future gadget laboratory around the time I entered college. It was the first step in my plan to bring chaos to the world. That was around middle of March this year, which means it has almost been 5 months. Not half a month after it was established, Mayuri showed up, I'm still not sure why, and became a lab member. For about a month, it was just me and Mayuri. Then in early May, we finally got Daru to join. All it took was telling him that the lab is a 3-minute walk from May Queen Yanyang. This location on the outskirts of Akiba has always been quiet. Mayuri isn't the type to object to every little thing like Kurisu, nor the type to make dumb jokes like Daru, so the lab was very peaceful back in those days. It was quite a pleasant place to be. And now the lab count has increased to 8. It happened in the blink of an eye, or so it seems. They didn't come today, but Lukako visits occasionally, and Ferris is familiar face at May Queen Yanyang, or at least she was before May Queen disappeared. I remember feeling out of place at the first time I came to Akiba, but now it's like a second home.
楽しいね。
Mayuri too seems pleased by the increase in lab members.
あのね、ラボ面が8人に増えたでしょ。ちょっと狭くなってきたなってマユシーは思うんだ。まずね、椅子が足りないのです。
The sofa only has room for 2. Then there's Daru's personal desk chair. Those are the only chairs in the lounge. There are some pipe chairs in the development room, but they need to stay there.
買ってこなくちゃだよ。おかりんはお金ある？
椅子を買うと貯金が底をつく。
Then I need to get a part-time job again.
じゃあ、マユシーのバイト代もちょっと出していいよ。
Oh my god. If we do that, it feels like a pimp, you know.
あとはね、電子レンジ。新しいの買わないと、ジューシー唐揚げナンバー1が温められないよ。
By the way, where did they get the microwave?
ああ、それはすまん。
Cutting off Mayuri's chicken supply might actually kill her?
だがマユリ、タイムリープマシンを譲渡して謝礼をもらえば問題は全て解決する。
椅子と電子レンジの代金とちょっぴり上がっちゃったお家賃を払えるぐらいはもらえるかな。
もらえるさ。もっともらえる。
そうなんだ。 よかったね、おかり。
Wait, the rest are still here, right?
なぜそんなに嬉しそうなんだ？
だってお友達たくさんできたもん。ダルくんでしょ、クリスちゃんでしょ、ルカちゃんでしょ、すずさん、萌香さん、フェリスちゃん、店長さん、なえちゃん、他にも他にも。
What about What about Moika? You've been leaving her out to dry for quite some time. It's starting again. She gazes wistfully into the distance.
春の頃はオカリンはとっても寂しそうだったけど、もう大丈夫だね。マユシーが人質じゃなくても。
それはどういう？
What do you mean? I tried to ask, but before I can finish. Terrorist bomb threat suspends Yamanote Sobu Keihin Tohoku lines. An urgent news bulletin appears on the TV. The side titles read, Terrorist bomb threat suspends Yamanote Sobu Keihin Tohoku line.
爆破テロ予告？
つうか全部秋葉原駅通ってるじゃん。マユシ帰れないんじゃね？
They just stay here.
本当だ。家に電話しなくちゃ。
By the way, look at the date. It's Friday the 13th. I don't know why, but I got a bad feeling about this. Only the lines passing through Akiba are suspended, as if they were the target. Wait, could that be it? Could the bomb be at the Akiba station? I got a cold feeling in my stomach.
岡部倫太郎、一つ聞かせて。タイムリープマシンは完成してるんだよね。
は？
Yeah.
そっか。私用事思い出したからちょっと出かけてくる。
Maybe Jason Voorhees will come. Suzanne leaves the lab without another word.
何なの彼女。
Suzanne's acting strange. Is it related to the bomb threat? Why did she just ask about the time leap machine? Something occurs to me. The two threatening emails I received. We're watching you. You know too much. Who sent them? And there's more. Words and images flash through my head. CERN. The LHC. Jellyman. The Z program. Government secret. Organization. Men in Black. The Committee of 300. Time leap machine. What did Kurisu say?
私たちひょっとするととんでもないものを作っちゃったかもしれない。
Taken separately, each of these elements was insignificant, but if I consider them part of a single line, they all point to one inescapable truth. You've come too far. Fear seizes my heart in an icy grip. I can feel anxiety eating at my brain. I can't breathe. Even though it's hot and humid, my body shivers. Should we run? Get out while we still can? We can't use the trains. What about the subway? Or would the taxi be better? Nobody's saying anything. Nobody's doing anything. What should we do? Suddenly, there's a softness against my hand. Okay, I look down to see Mairi's hand holding mine. When I look up, I see worry written on her face. It's okay. I'm just being paranoid. It's all a coincidence. Tomorrow, we get rid of the time leap machine. Then, we can forget that all of this happened. Pretend it was just a dream. We never invented a time machine. I don't need money. As long as we can forget about today and welcome tomorrow. We'll be okay, won't we? But my anxiety doesn't go away. I look over Mairi's head at the entrance of the lab. The door is unlocked. Anyone could just walk right in. I hear sirens wailing a few streets away. The bomb threat has Akiba in uproar. Yet here in the corner of Akiba, it's so quiet. Mairi squeezes my hand with her warm, slender fingers. I squeeze back. What the heck? What the heck? Five men burst into the lab. Their movements are swift and sure, professional, and each of them is carrying a gun. They spread out just inside the door and aim their weapons at us. It all happens so fast, no one has time to scream. The men are foreigners, a mix of races, dressed casually in colorful shirts or shorts or jeans. Americans. But their arms are thick with muscles and their eyes are hard and cold as ice. 2 of them are holding pistols, the other 3 have assault rifles. AK-47 Akiba? Is this some kind of a joke? One thing is certain, these guys aren't terrorists, they're tourists. The dark-skinned crew cut man barks an order. It feels like I'm dreaming. Did I fall asleep watching an action movie? This is the first time so many people have gathered in this room. Suddenly the lab feels small. What an odd thing to be thinking of at a time like this. The first to obey is Daru. Then Kurisu raises her hands, then me. Last is Mayuri. Silence. It seems to grind to a halt. The men say nothing, but their guns remain steady, muzzles pointed at us. On the TV, a comedian laughs. What is this? Are we on candid camera? Then I hear a new song coming from the outside. Sound of high heels. A woman is coming up the stairs. Are these men waiting for her? Is she their leader? A squad of battle-hardened commandos led by a beautiful woman? It's like something out of a manga. Nothing seems real. Before long, the woman appears. Moeka! Part-time editor. The male demon, Shiny Finger, who is never seen without her phone. Lab member 005. She's their leader. The least imposing woman I've ever met. Even now, she doesn't meet my stare. Her eyes are aimed down at the floor. What's going on here? See, this is what happened. You were the one who asked, for them to keep quiet, and you babble it up to everybody. As always, her words are barely audible. It's ridiculous, laughable, and yet I can't laugh. My heart is a jackhammer in my chest. The inside of my mouth is drier than a desert. I stay still with my hands in the air. I don't understand. Why is Moeka here? I don't know, but I have to ask. Moeka shakes her head. No reply. She doesn't intend to answer that either. Dangerous. These guys are dangerous. Look at their guns. Nothing good can happen if we go with them. I try to refuse, but my voice catches in my throat. I can't stop staring at their guns. Are they real? They're not going to start shooting, are they? Wait, something clicks in my head. It was them. They sent the bomb threat. They stopped the trains. Why? To keep us here? Just for that? Kurisu, who has kept silent up till now, finally opens her mouth. That's when we realized Mayuri wasn't included in the Moeka's demand. She only wants Kurisu, Daru, and me. We are not getting anywhere. Daru's voice is shaking. I turn my head to look at him. He's deathly pale. Honestly, I have no idea what to do. My heart is still fluttering in my chest. This seems more like a dream than reality. I'm not a military otaku. I've never seen a real gun. The black shine in their weapon looks somehow tacky. They lack the imposing feel you expect. I believe her if she told me they were fake. Mayuri suddenly speaks up.
ねえ、萌香さんはラボメン仲間だよね。
It's as if Mayuri asked my question for me. Moeka was a strange room, but I welcome her as a lab ma'am all the same. What is she thinking right now? In answer, Moeka pulls a gun from her belt and points it at us. I realize Moeka isn't holding her phone. This is the first time I've seen her without it. Not like that matters now. Moeka's gun is trembling. Is the situation affecting her too? It must be. She's terrified of talking to people.
一緒に来てもらうのはあなたたちの口を封じるため。
Silence?
それは拒否しても変わらない。
Does that mean she plans to kill us? Why? What did we do?
一体誰の差し金だ。
私たちは
Moeka suddenly lifts her head. For perhaps the third time since I've known her, she looks straight at me. Her eyes are dark and empty.
セルンの
SERN.
M4
The dark-skinned man speaks up. Is she addresses Moeka?
口を慎め。
Moeka hangs her head again. In my head, I replay the words she just spoke. SERN. They are from SERN? Why SERN? Of course, well, who else could it be?
3人とも一緒に来て。
Moeka raises her voice in
こ
frustration.
れ以上拒否するなら嫌でも行きたくなるようにするから。
Moeka slowly raises her gun. She points the muzzle at Mayuri. My whole body instantly goes cold.
椎名真由里は必要ない。
よせ。
I lunge at Moeka, but the dark-skinned man is faster. Something strikes my chin with crushing force. The shock numbs my entire body. Stars explode behind my eyes. I fall to my knees, powerless to stand. Everything goes dark. What happened? Did he hit me with the butt of his rifle? I look up. Mayuri's face, streaked with tears, is reaching up to me as if begging for help. Over her shoulder, I see Moeka ready her gun. I try to yell stop, but my voice catches in my throat. Nothing comes out but pitiful wheeze. Someone, anyone, please, stop her. Stop Moeka. Moeka lips move. She's mumbling something.
セルンのために FP のためにセルンのために FP の
Her mouth opens and closes robotically. My blood curdles. No. A sharp, dry crack splits the air. And time slows to a crawl. Moeka pulls the trigger. Blood spurts from Mayuri's forehead. It splashes across my face, wet and warm. Her delicate frail body falls towards me. I catch her. Her body is limp, like a puppet with no strings. Her head and arms are dangled lifelessly. The smell of gunpowder fills my nose. And then, the smell of blood. Daru clutches his head and falls to his knees, screaming at the top of his lungs. The sound jerks me back to my senses. In my arms, Mayuri takes one shot. Short, shallow breath, and then... Uh-oh.
まゆみ。
She's dead. Mayuri's dead. Her face is covered in blood. Her blood stains my hands. It's warm.
もう一度言う。3人とも一緒に来て。これ以上の警告はしない。抵抗するならあなたたちも殺す。
I hear a voice. I can't comprehend what it's saying. What is this? What's going on here? Is this a joke? You may have created a monster here. This is a dream, right? Right? I feel nothing. My mind is blank. I shake Mayuri's shoulder. Mayuri? Wake up, Mayuri. You catch a cold if you sleep here. If you're tired, you can stay overnight. Or I can take you home if you prefer. We'll ride the train back to the Ikebukuro together, like we used to before Daru joined, when it was just the two of us. Memories of her smile whirled through my head. 1,000 different smiles from 1,000 different occasions. If I look away, she'll disappear. She always disappear.
もう大丈夫だね。マユシーが人質じゃなくても。
No, Mayuri, I still need you. Laugh for me. Like you always do. Greet me with your silly tuturu. Tell me it's a lie. Tell me you're alright. Mayuri? That's what you get for playing mad scientist. You want the world to be in chaos? Now you got it. Red flame consumed my mind, an inferno of rage and hate and rage, the burning desire to kill everything I see. I gently lay the motionless Mayuri on the floor. I stand up, and then I fling myself to Moeka. Before I can take another step, someone grabs my hand from behind. Moeka's gun is aimed at my head. Her finger is already on the trigger.
抵抗するなら岡部お願い今は従ってこのままじゃあんたも殺される
I tear my hand from Chris's grip. My vision is the tunnel with Moeka's on the other side. She won't get away with this. What about the other 5 guys? She killed Mayuri in cold blood. I'll do the same to her. Moeka pulls the trigger. The sound of the shot smites upon my eardrums. I feel a sharp pain the side of my head. I nearly lose my balance again, but I'm still alive. What happened? I realize that Moeka's gun is lying at her feet. Beside it is a small stone. Someone must have thrown it and knocked her gun aside. What about the other 5? Suddenly Suzuha is there in the doorway, knocking one man down in the blink of an eye. Before anyone can react, she ducks into another man's range and delivers a piercing elbow strike to his solar plexus. The man drops to his knees, gasping for air. The remaining men turn their guns on her, but she throws the incapacitated man towards them to block their aim. She then slides into the feet of the man at the rear, tripping him forward, and in a single smooth, flowing motion, drives her knee into the man's face as he falls. The dark-skinned man aims his rifle, but before he can fire, Suzuha snatches a stun attacker's gun and shoots him. Blood spurts from the man's hand. Without pausing, Suzuha leaps into the air and delivers a soaring roundhouse kick to his jaw.
そこまでよ
The next thing I know, the 5 men are down and Moeka's gun is aimed at Suzuha's face. But Suzuha doesn't back down. Her gun is trained on Moeka's neck. It's a standoff. Neither moves. Silence returns to the room.
何者
42
Suzuha makes reply makes no sense. She glances at me.
テレビ
What is she saying?
点灯済み
何を
Suddenly, Kurisu springs up and makes a break for the development room.
動くな
それはこっちのセリフ
I suddenly realize the meaning of Suzuha's words. 42-inch TV downstairs is on. She wants me to use the time leap machine. I look at Mayuri's body. She's lying there quietly. Her eyes are closed. They'll never open again. One of the men Suzuha knocks out starts to moan. If they wake up, it's all over. Suzuha looks at me again. Her eyes implore me to make my move. If I use the time machine, I can avert Mayuri's death. But at the same time, it could fry my brain. Fry my brain, so what? What is there to fear? Mayuri's dead, shot in cold blood. This isn't right. I won't accept it. Then change it. Change the path. You have the power. Use it. I stagger into the development room. Kurisu is about to put on the headgear. I pull it away from her.
岡部。
俺が飛ぶ。
私が。
I grab Kurisu's waist I grab Kurisu's waist as she tries to take it back. I stare into her eyes wet with tears.
俺がマユリを助ける。
もし失敗したら。
What about you? I ignore her and put on the headgear. Moeka's last shot grazed the side of my head. My ears are still ringing and there's blood on my neck. It doesn't matter. I might fail, I might even die. I have to try. It's my only chance to save Mayuri. Kurisu bites her lip and activates the X68000.
岡部倫太郎、一人いった。殺せ、使わせるな。
やらせるか。
The crew cut man staggers into the development room. Acting purely on instinct, I grab future gadget number 4, move Snake from the shaft and flick the switch. That's the steam maker. White smoke instantly fills the room, rendering it impossible to see. He's shot? Is she shot?
本当にいいの？タイムリープしてもいいの？
やれクリス、マシンを動かせ。
Pain flashed in my right arm. Was I shot? It doesn't matter. I see blue-white light shining through the smoke. The discharge is starting. The light rapidly grows brighter. The floor begins to shake. The singularity is open. I crouch down, holding the headset steady with one hand. Phone wave, call. Wait for me, Mayuri. I won't die here. I'll cross through time to save you. Leap my memories. Leap to the past. The world exploded into light. What? Metaphysics necrosis?
マユリ、マユリ。
When is this? Okay, since we finished this chapter, okay, I think it's better for me to like stop it here because it's been 2 hours and I need to work tomorrow. Okay, so yeah, it's quite a lot that happened okay, today with the fact, you know, Mayuri's death and all. Okay, so yeah, but I don't think I can use that as a thumbnail. But I'll use the standoff as the thumbnail, okay? Because afraid of something will happen. Okay? Yeah. So I'll continue this next weekend. Okay? Yeah. And that's it for today. Tomorrow might be playing Symphony of War. Okay? But other than that, okay? That's it for today. So see you next time. Bye bye.